wherever y'all need help, so just let us know.
No, I know. I said you went with.
You want to go over there and help Nigel?
Okay.
Well, Adam, Elise, and Ashton.
They redid the whole skin.
We still got it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, let's put all that griping over there.
So I guess we're gonna be riding with y'all. Copy that. Oh yeah, they bad.
You did say mosquito, right? I guess because they ran out of things for fairs and festivals for. They're having their first annual Louisiana Mosquito Festival.
Hey, gotta be careful. Between here in Florida, it'll be a close race. I did storm work for energy with all the hurricanes a while back, and I tell you, them mosquitoes out there are a different breed. But right after a hurricane too, when you're out there in the waters and oh yeah. sir. Angle. Man,
Definitely the best on the field right now.
especially if you, so who gets selected to do dawn patrol in Albuquerque? Is it like certain?
It's normally the same one all the time.
I don't know. I know Sean would.
So the dawn patrol in Albuquerque represents the first 13 balloons or whatever that when it first started Albuquerque. Hold on. You gotta make sure all this gets out correctly first. What's up, everybody? Long time no talk. So, Bayou Man, how y'all doing, everybody? So today we're gonna do something a little different. We're going to be doing some training, some tutorials. We have a few new simmers out there that are interested in possibly wanting to fly balloons and possibly join us. So we have decided today that we are going to provide a live tutorial session. Of course, you can always go back and watch it. But for now, we are literally about 12 minutes away from launch. I'm going to go ahead and get this fan started up. So any balloonists out there want to come join us, come on through. And we'll do a little live tutorial, and in the process of when we fly and what I'm doing, I'll explain things, and if anybody's around, they have comments or questions, feel free to ask. Alright, here we go, guys. We're gonna put the cold air, we're gonna turn the fan on, so pretty much we're gonna be putting in the cold air into the balloon so that we can get this baby open. So here we go. Wherever y'all need me at, I'll be where me at. now we're gonna let the cold air in. Now while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and check our crown and our
Lean back a
balloon,
little bit.
make sure everything is connected. Might have to go and bring it down a little bit so I can make sure. So this right here is your it's a parachute line pretty much. You go to the top of the crown and it lets air in and out. Well, it lets air out, but then like you let it go, it kind of goes back to the top. I'm gonna go check and make sure our parachute is connected correctly. That's the top of the parachute. Down here, make sure all the connectors are good. Usually some of these have like numbers, they have colors. Some of them are like, say this one here, it's like it's a 24. You know, dimension as I call it. So you have like 24 straps. So we're gonna go ahead and get this baby a little more expanded now. This is your whisper burner, pretty much. This is your whisper burner, pretty much. Sometimes a lot of animals, they're afraid of it. So, pretty much what we'll use is this. This is the main blast. I use double. Less burn. I mean, fuel consumption pretty much the same. I mean, it's like anything else is all how you use it. There's some hot air put in there. Now every region has a different mass in the air, and it does play a big factor when you're in a balloon. When the air is more hot, the air is more dense and heavy, so it takes a lot more for the balloon to heat up in temperature to match the temperature of the air, and then to become lighter than the temperature around it. So that's why we're flying the desert in the summertime. It takes us about, 90 degrees Celsius to finally get off the ground. That's because the air is so heavy. It's very dense. Unlike if you go to Alaska and it's 32 degrees and it's about 52 degrees on the Celsius thermometer. I mean, it's going to take you less because the air is more thinner. It's not dense, so it's lighter. It's science. Alright, so we're going to get ready to go ahead and blast some of this fire inside of this balloon here. Over here, as you can see, we have Joe. He's already up and standing, ready to go. I made a rhyme for show, yo. Very corny, don't do that. Go listen to my other stuff though, my other music's badass. Alright, so we're getting ready to blast, y'all, so just make sure if you're ear sensitive, cover your ears. what I'm doing is I'm giving a little burst, so kind of give the balloon some time to spread out with the the heat. Plus, you don't want your balloon to jump up too fast, because then it'll start to rock backwards, and then you don't want that going into your vehicle. But I usually use one burner when I'm starting on the ground. See, right now we're at 37, 38 degrees Celsius. We're getting ready to go ahead and probably have a little tilt up here in a minute. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna start tilting up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna direct it so we don't burn the skirt. We'll burn a little bit longer. We're gonna let off. Yep, we're gonna let that come up. And we're gonna burn again, and then we're gonna pull up so we don't burn the skirt. Yep. Alright, so we're at 57, 58 degrees Celsius right here. This is little blue oval. And right now the winds are at 11, 12 knots, so that's about 6 in the ground. So yeah, we're gonna have a little tilt to our balloon. Alright, now I got this baby standing up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and fuel up. Because that's what I do as a balloon pilot. I have pretty much a startup tank where I use it just to burn propane into the balloon. So, the time is 5:55, now 5:56, so we're going to be taking off in about 4 minutes. Make sure we got everything good to go. Alright, let me turn this baby on here. I'm going to start from this side, it'll be a lot easier. Go ahead and turn that on. Come on that side, kind of go on that side. There we go. I mean, Joe got a little lean too. Joe, if you're listening, man, you might want to make sure you burn a little bit before you take off, because if not, you're going straight into the tree. It's the same thing for me. So, lesson number 1 to my future pilots. As you can see, we have trees in front of us. The winds are, give or take, 9 to 12 variable, right, from the southwest, which is about 5 to 6 miles per hour on the ground. So, when we take off, we want to make sure that we have enough pressure built up in the balloon, so when we do release, that we will have more of a vertical liftoff, so we're not just slowly going and careening into the trees. Time show RQ. What's that? Now you like leaning, son. Damn. I'm on live weather too. I'm on live. That was 5:57. I'm just gonna change in a minute. Alright, so pretty much what we're doing now is making sure we got everything ready to go. All the gadgets. Alright, you know what I mean? And any last minute plans or whatever, whatnot. So we're getting ready to go ahead and take off here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Got a little less than 3 minutes. I'll let Joe go first because he likes to go first. But hold on, Joe. Wait till the Wait till it changes on the hour, brother. Like I said, make sure you overburn a little bit before you release. Or you can wait for when the winds are like at 9 knots, so that's like a 4 or 5 mile an hour, 4.5. But I think the wind is supposed to die down a little bit once the sun goes a little bit lower.
I got something.
Oh shit, hold on, I gotta turn off my almost fucked up. I have to turn off my unlimited fuel, because when you drive that truck, you gotta have unlimited fuel, because that bitch runs out of gas like diesel. Like, horrifically. So you in that bitch in 5 minutes. Alright. Guess we pushing. Right. And so whenever it changes to the next hour, man, it's all you, bro. I'll follow in. Definitely a little wind for sure. You got my whistle, man. Go ahead. It's about that time. There you go. There goes Joe. All right, let's see if yeah. All right, do a little pendulum swing. It's all right, baby. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do that. Uh-oh, what happened? What's going on there? Joey Gypsy, what you doing, dog? What was that? What the fuck? What is going on? Dude, the winds just stopped. Holy crap. Alright, so when you're taking off for the first time, my future pilots, there's a thing called false lift. Alright, hold on, let me turn this crap off. So pretty much, it's false lift, pretty much it's like a little overburn. So pretty much what you think you're going up at a certain speed, you're really not. So always understand that you might have to do a little more burning. We really didn't on this one because I had that overburn already enough to make it over the trees. But just be aware that every time that you start taking off, it may feel like you're lifting off and all of a sudden it'll drop. So you have to be very cautious. I usually like to just, little puffs. Alright, Joe, don't ruin their crops, man. Now, say for instance we are in high speeds right now, right? And you want to land in this field. Now you can, but you have to be very careful and a little more experience. You can take your basket and then you can kind of like come into the top of the branches of the trees, and what that I'll do most of the time is it'll kind of break some of your momentum, like it'll slow you down a bit, which would be, something a lot of pilots actually do. So, and now, okay, so now that we're up in the air, alright, the thing about a hot air balloon is you have to think of it as a game of chess. So, when you're putting hot air in the balloon, about 2.5, 3 second count, the balloon's reaction time is going to be delayed depending on the environment, the region, the temperature, the time of the year. So you have to become more of a, feeling, understanding of the reaction and delay moment of the balloon. When you're 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1. So it takes about 3 seconds for it to react from your burn. So if you're going down towards the ground, right? Okay, so we're gonna let our speed down here. So you look at your bottom down there, V-speed. Let it go down. And I'm barely gonna burn a little bit. But see how it took a minute for it to react. But I didn't overburn where I'm all of a sudden I'm shooting up in the air. So it's all about 3 seconds. Think about 3 seconds. 3 seconds to burn, 3 second reaction time. But the average, like I said, it varies on your location, the region, the time of the year, the temperature, all that. Everything is just, the average thing is a 3 seconds. Alright, so we got Joe over there. He's kind of, he's doing a little tree topping over there. So he's trying to get a little breakage. Since we really don't have no brakes on the balloon. And what he's doing, he's pretty much ground surfing. Something that we kind of, I wouldn't say we never invented, but I guess we named it in a way, our own way. So pretty much what we'll do is we'll go to the ground, and then we'll just kind of, touch a little dust up from the ground. Still grass, whatever. And sometimes we hit hard, sometimes we don't. But he's ground surfing. And the winds right now are actually pretty decent. It's actually actually perfect for a hot air balloon right now, to be honest. Some of us like to go a little faster than that. We're getting a little bit of gusts, as you've seen just now. We went up from 3 to 4 to 5 ground speed, and so I'm trying to see. This right here, this is your fly deck. Pretty much it's showing you, your graph of going up and down. You have your kilometers. You have pretty much what you burn of. Pretty much what you're looking down here is your positive and negative vertical speed. Down here in the blue pill bottle, as I call it, you have your Celsius. So about 72 will be my average Celsius to kind of, if I want to just do a little microburst burn, I can stay at even possible. These really don't do nothing. I don't know why. Alright, so up here you have your burners. This is where your pilot light opens to pretty much where your fuel tank and your hoses are going through here to your tanks. I like to turn just 2 on, and then when I get about 52%, I turn on the other ones. Hey, you got power lines ahead, Joe. Power lines, power lines, power lines. And also power lines. Always be watching out for power lines. If you have somebody ride with you, make it their #1 duty is to watch out for power lines, because them sons of bitches, they can be tricky and sneak up on you. Get up, Joe. There's power lines, dog. So pretty much, what was I talking about? The power lines we got onto it. Yo, what up, Doug? Doug's a shout out to Doug. He's on. He's here chilling. No worries, brother. Look, just learn. This is not say learn, but you can learn from this easily. Joe, go up. You got power lines, dog. And see, like for instance, just now, how am I? Okay, so like I said, with the speed of your burn time and everything else, it also depends on the situation. Prime example, I was dropping about 330 feet per second, per minute. If I was doing that a second, that's crazy. It's insane. So the faster I was dropping, the more burn I had to do with my burner. So instead of 3 seconds, I pretty much timed it out to 6 or 7 seconds. And sometimes it's okay to do a little overburn when you're dropping fast enough, and then you can always pull your crown, your parachute line up here to take some air out to even you out. Oh yeah, talking about the pilots. Oh yeah, so this is pretty much what I did here is I took the cross valve, so both everything's kind of open. This is where you would obviously ignite your pilot a lot like you would when you were doing barbecue or something. So I'm gonna try to do a little example of a. Hey, I think we got some water up here, Joe. We like to do what they call a splash and dash, by the way. Pretty much a balloon. It's kind of like ground surfing, but over water. You want to just skim the top of it. You don't want to go all the way in because you're gonna have some wet shoes, and everybody's gonna know. You can take off your shoes all you want. They're gonna know that you didn't splash and dash. You splashed and dipped. But right here on this little area, I'm gonna try to do a quick little ground surfing technique for y'all, so you can see what I'm talking about. For example, got Joe going down there as well. So tomorrow night and Friday, well, actually I ain't doing shit till Friday night because my gig got canceled. But tomorrow night I gotta go do a show at LSU. It's a back to school bash, and like I do music and DJ and shit, so I'll be out there getting lit. But Friday night this weekend, man, if y'all want to fly, want to train, Doug, come on through. We'd love to have you, brother. We have other pilots too, but I don't know what's going on. I guess everybody got really busy, so I get it. But we do have Albuquerque coming up in October, which is going to be pretty fun. See if I can. Scaring these people half to death at their homes right now. Alright, so I'm going down as you look. Oh shit. Well, as you look at the bottom down there, it says V speed. So I'm going about 200, right? Oh man, hey, I get it. We can do something this weekend, man. Just let us know. Let us know, boss. I'll be doing it. I'll be here in the morning, so I don't know if Joe will be, but I'll try to fly in the morning. I think for once I don't really have anything to do on the weekend. I might try to go to work for a little bit, but that'll be during the day. Alright, so what we're going to do is ground surfing. So I'm dropping that vertical speed at like 260 right now. So I'm going to call a little downdraft. Little downdraft. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to try to hit the ground and barely skim it. Just enough to get a little dust. A little dust to come up. And also use your shadow as guidance sometimes. It's some of the best guidance you're going to have is your shadow. Alright, so we're going to... Right, I'm going to... Boom. And that's ground surfing. Then you go back and you go down and do it again. Boom. Yay. Just enough to kind of give a little puff of that dust. A little dust from the earth's crust. Boom. There's some more. Oh shit. Hitting the damn microphone. My bad. Yeah, I'm actually using both of my main blasts for mine. Joe uses one burner, but with two, I'm so used to flying with two burners at one time. But I mean it. Either way, either or, each has its own. I mean, I don't know. I've always done two. But these people in these houses like, what the hell are they doing? Yes, sir. That's what Joe does. So pretty much see how I'm trying to keep it even. It's very hard to do, but like the more you fly, look, I think every balloon is different. Like this balloon's a little bit more lankier and taller than Joe's balloon, but like there's another balloon that's more round, and it's crazy because like every balloon like acts differently in a way too. Joe's jumping up there into the sky. don't think there's no wind up there, dog. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, yeah, you can, for instance, watch. Alright, so say for instance, I don't want to use this burner no more, right? So I'll do this. I'll do this. And then I'll turn off this right here. Right? Now it's going to burn out some excess fuel of it, but watch. Boom. So now you have one burner system. See? But I don't like that. I fly aggressively sometimes. It's fun, man. It's definitely relaxing. Oh, we got water, bro. We got water. Oh, snap. Get back down. We like to do splash and dashes around. It's actually part of one of our competitions. Say, for instance, like this water up here that you see. That's like the target. So technically, everybody try to fly towards the target. Here comes Joe down. He bottleneck real quick. Get up, boy. Get up. Watch a shadow. See, it may look very deceiving too as well. I think we're too late, Joe. I think we went too high. So pretty much the goal will be to, like, you know, splash and dash in the river or the pond or wherever your target is. So it's a fun little game we do too. Little competition. I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. Actually, Joe, I think we need to test that one day, dude. We need to just make sure we even everything. You know, we max out our fuel, and we just take off and just try to stay even with each other and see who burns the most fuel. Alright, so a lot of people are really either mind blown or don't understand. Some do, but hot air balloons obviously don't have a steering wheel or a joystick or anything. We pretty much have burners, our parachute cord that lets the air out so we can go down, and the winds. Sometimes trees. But you might be able to squeeze over there, Joe. I'm gonna be just to the right of it unless I get some kind of weird left turn. But pretty much, you know, with Mother Nature and the wind, there's different layers. So up some layers, they can be coming from the northwest at 5, and if you go down, they could be coming from the south at 6. And if you go midway, they could be a wind shear from the complete west at like 15 miles per hour. So right now, what we're doing, we're trying to make the ponds over here. I think Joe's gonna make it. I'm probably gonna be just shy of it, but it's okay. If these trees weren't in the way, I'd probably be alright. Maybe I should hit a branch and knock me towards the pond. And yeah, sometimes the winds do go different directions. Except for science. Hell yeah. Joe's actually going to be able to hit the splash. So Joe's going to try to show you an example of a splash and dash. If you don't slam it to the roof real quick. Yeah, I'm going to be I might make the outside. I might better make it. But Joe's going to show us a good proper splash and dash. Not a splash and dip. You want to barely touch the top of that water. And that bitch kind of like lagged just now. I don't like that shit. All right, so Joe's gonna get as low as he can. He's gonna try to be as parallel as possible to the water. All right, so now you see his shadow, and boom. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is an official splash and dash. And now he's up and ready to jump. So his shoes aren't wet, but the bottom of the basket is, and which is actually healthy for the basket because it's wicker. And wicker dries, and sometimes it needs a little bath to you know, put some moisturizer on. For science. I'm gonna try to make this little end over here. Little downdraft, but it's alright. Don't panic. Alright, Joe's gonna try to go in for another one. He's going for a double dip today. It'd be a fun place for a competition, Joe. Like I said, I'm gonna judge on my shadow too. Obviously, like I said, use your shadow as a guide if you have one. Good stuff, Joey. Good stuff. Joe just did a double splash and dash. So now we're going to micro burn a little bit just to kind of make sure we stay even. I'll watch our shadow, see how we're doing. Yep. Alright. Oh. Now we're splashing, dashing. Now we're up. See? That's it. Beautifully done. Hell yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. That's a very nice one. Alright, Joe, hey, what do you say we go up to about 5,000 altitude after this little field? See where the winds take us. Maybe, let's do 7. And we can, yeah, it's up to you. And I do want to show a couple things that I personally learned on here that I can help everybody with. Well, if you can't find the northerly wind, then you're just pretty much screwed. That's just point blank in how it is. Yeah, so, and the thing about ballooning too, you can go to the field and throw your pie balloon up, which is like, it's like a dark purple balloon, and they use these little eye compasses to follow the balloon to see where it's headed and how the, you know, altitude of the balloon and the wind direction changes and stuff like that. So if, say for instance right now we've been getting wind from the southwest. Now, if we would have somehow gone up and got a westerly wind and shot that way, we would have missed this because that's not possible to come back this way. So, I mean, it all depends, man. Yeah, if you're, yeah, if you can't find no wind back, you should have done better planning. I mean, like, seriously, it's very strategic, and anything and everything can change on the dime. What we're doing right now is that we're going to go ahead and jump up to about 5,000 to 7,000 feet. As you see, like, look for the V speed down there at the bottom, next where it says above ground and altitude. If you can see it. No, Microsoft does not really have it as accurately, but it's close. This is pretty much the closest you're going to get to anything really simulated. So I'm trying to get up higher speed. Now you saw that little shift. I started swinging a little bit. Obviously there's some kind of wind shift up here somewhere. We're starting to pick up some more speed. But now, like, at my vertical speed, I am going about 340 plus feet per minute. And I want to try to go a little bit higher than that. But I'm still climbing. Now I've evened out at 480. Now we got the wind change at 1370 altitude. Wind change at 1370 altitude and 1400 altitude. So now we got a west wind at 6 to 11. Now the thing about this balloon, if you're trying to shoot up really fast, your vertical speed down there at the bottom. It really only go up to about 800, but you want to keep this as little in the yellow as possible. There's sometimes you're gonna have no choice because of the environment you're in, like Albuquerque. You really don't want this to ever go in the red, ever. But I usually like to go up about 500-600 feet per minute when I'm trying to reach up an altitude. So I'll burn a little bit longer, about 5 seconds. I'll watch my vertical speed down there. It says 525. Alright, so I just I think I ran out of fuel just now. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot to turn that back on. That was stupid. Alright, so I'm pretty much halfway down in fuel. Hold on. Now I have to redo this. So I gotta go back here and hit my igniter. And thank goodness I was on a very big ascent. Now actually I can use that for an example. Say for instance you're wanting to either take pictures or videos or even change over to your tanks. Make sure that you burn a little bit and get yourself a good ascension rate, anywhere close to like 400 or 500, maybe 300 minimum. So you'll have plenty of time. You won't have to rush. You can change or do whatever you want to do, and not have to worry about falling. By the time that your balloon starts to even up, you will have done whatever the task that you needed to be doing. Like I said, whether it's taking pictures, videos, or changing your tanks, or just whatever. He said, oh, so Doug already experimented with that. Yeah, you can't do that, bro. See, right now it says 84 and it's decreasing because I'm descending at, right now I'm at 400. But I'm also above the ground about 2,000 now. The altitude itself is almost 2,800. I love how you have a sense of humor. Well, yeah, you'll definitely fit right in with us. Alright, so we're back to the southwest wind. I wasn't really paying attention when it changed. Joe's somewhere in space right now, I assume. I haven't really seen him. He's somewhere up there. You're somewhere up there, my dude. And then you just sit up here and you just enjoy the view. And you ain't gotta say shit, just chill. I mean, look, man, this is... You can't really see this in an airplane, man. Look at that. We got a wind shift. Our wind gust, southwest. Yeah, it's just some windy shit. He said, man, hey, you know what, Joe? That would, yeah, you would be the first one to make it to the moon in the balloon. Dude, we could make a movie out of that shit. Alright, dog, look, if I make a movie out of this, man, you're gonna get yourself a percentage for just because of the thought of it. I'm a filmmaker, dude. I like to make movies and shit. Hey, Joe. Guess what I see on the horizon? I'm just saying, Joe, they got those little ponds up there. You want to try for that field back here? We can try for that field. I think that's where we're headed right now. Like, if you want to, where this pond is, this little field area. Or worst case scenario, we got plenty of fields. Unless you want to go try the river. He said water boy. I'm at 50% fuel right now, so I'm at almost 4,000 above the ground. I'm going about 760 feet per minute. And my gauge is only like at 102 Celsius. We're too high to even see a shadow now. That said 5,000 to 7,000, so. And we're gonna, so I'm gonna show you something, Doug, what a lot of the racer balloons do. Joe will probably show you before I will, because you'll see him just looks like he's falling off the sky, but he alright. Pretty much I call it bottlenecking. You'll drop at a good rate of speed. Just know, if you're high enough, the balloon will eventually expand and it will slow down and naturally inflate due to the fact that it's still going down. Got a west wind over here at 51 or about 46 ground. But I call it bottlenecking, so think of a bottleneck like a beer bottle, like the neck of a bottle. That right there, it'll look like a bottleneck. It will drop. You know, like a little carnival ride, but we'll be alright. Where are you at, Joe? I mean, I see. So you're back here somewhere. There you are. Oh, there he goes. He's dropping. Excuse me. So I'm at 5,000 feet right now. Plus. 5,000 plus. So I think what Joe's fixing to do, he's going to do a bottleneck drop. Now it may look like he is going to hit the ground, but like I said, it's very deceiving from a balloon from the ground and from the balloon itself. Just know that, like, it may look like it's by the ground, but technically he's still another 1,000, 2,000 feet above the air. So Joe, whenever you're ready to demonstrate this thing we call bottlenecking, feel free, my boy, and I'll be right behind you. Alright, so there he goes. He's starting to drop. It's gonna take a minute, then all of a sudden he's gonna start shooting down. You'll be like, oh my god, don't try, he'd be alright. So he's dropping. You know, he's touching some air. He's burning a little bit too. It's okay. Alright, and he may look like, oh my god, no. But like I said, look for the shadow. If you don't see a shadow, he's good. So I guarantee you he's like, 3,000 feet right now. So now we're at 57 at ground. Now I'm about to bottleneck myself. Y'all ready? All right, hold on to your tummies. We're gonna bottleneck for real. Here we go. And we're gonna drop. We're at 57, dropping. Be all right. Don't worry. Do not try this at home. And notice I haven't really hit the burner. The balloon's gonna take care of itself. Of course I'll burn in a minute. But we alright. And look how low we have gone down to the ground. And guess what? The balloon. Now we're at 1,700 feet, from 5,700 to 1,700. Joe's gonna go for number 2. Remember, watch for the shadow. Don't be fooled. Your eyes can play tricks on you. And boom, there you go. Good job, Joe. Good job, man. We were dropping like so fast. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and alright, so here's another thing I'd like to tell my people before we land. I should do it beforehand, but the post will in-flight land free landing. Do not touch this. Do not touch these. And please do not touch this. You can grab onto these. You can grab onto the handles. Make sure you bend your knees about 30 to 40 degrees. Of course, do not put your chin up against the the waist railing. Do not get out until I ask you to for your safety. And if you do feel like you're about to fall out, feel free to drop down inside the basket and hold on to my legs or whatever. Just do not hold on to the tanks. Other than that, we'll try to have a safe landing. And anything you have, phones, jewelry that can be loose, go ahead and put it away now because we're going to be landing in this field. Yes, sir. So pretty much I've given you, then I'll be like, all right, so Bayou Man Gaming balloon team to hot air balloon, to Bayou Man Chase. We're going to be landing here in this dirt field. We're going to try to get close to the road. Meet us at the X point. So pretty much our crew would be driving along here, and they'll kind of park right here. So now they're set up and ready to go. So is Joe's crew because he's right there behind me. He said, "Yeah, you're right. You're right, Joe." Now, see, so now we're coming in back at the southwest winds. We're at 18 knots, which is 9. So pretty much whatever you see in knots, divide that by 2. So like 16 knots, usually 8 speed on the ground. It varies, but it's always within a point differential. So now we're going down to 10 knots, so it should be a nice little lane. What I want to do is I'm going to try to get close as I can to this way. Because as in real life, you want to make sure that you're making it as easy as possible for your crew. We still got plenty of fuel. Even if I could just make it up here, it would be a lot better than making tracks. Which looks like somebody's already done. And ain't it crazy how Joe was in front of me and then we went up in different directions in speed and height. And my longer drop made a big difference on our positioning. Ain't that crazy? It's amazing, huh? I think it's freaking amazing. Like, it's so like interesting. Uh-oh, what happened? Happened to my speaker. I don't know what the hell happened to my speaker. Something just went like weird. I don't know what that was. Alright, so we're pretty much got more of a southerly wind now. So Doug, see how the wind went south? So now I'm gonna jump up really quick. I'm gonna jump up really quick to try to catch the southwest turn real quick, and then I'm gonna drop down. And then try to catch that south wind again. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. That was pretty wait for that wind shift. I'm not gonna get it. That's power lines down there too, Joe. That's power lines down there. They say. We're gonna go to the ones back here. I'm gonna land back here, Joe. There's power lines down there. I just noticed it. See what I'm saying? See how sneaky they are? I mean, you want to land right there, you're good, but there's power lines right here. So once I get down, I'll be headed down. I might be able to get another splash and dash in before I go. I gotta go change the spark plug and the spark plug coil because it went out on me today. On the way home from work. And look, my daughter was home from school because she had a dentist appointment and had a feeling, and I was gonna go surprise her and like me and her go get some ice cream, bro. And as soon as I pulled out, I was like, this fucking shit. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and try to land this area. We were gonna land here, but I just realized there's power lines and I didn't see them prior. Like I said, it's always pay attention if you have a rider with you. Please let them know that's their main job is to watch out for power lines. Alright, so let me drop on down this way. Nice little neighborhood area I got over here. Alright, so there's that's you can see that really good. It's like a whole city back there. Alright, so we're getting ready to try to land. I'm expecting a southern wind now, since that's where we was getting a second ago. Of course, things change abruptly all the time. There's a south wind. Nah, these power lines will blow the balloon up. Well, I say blow it up, but it'll kill everybody on board, set it on fire, everything else. No, power lines, man. I've seen it happen in real life. It ain't nothing nice. Alright, I've lost a lot of my steering wind. Where you at, Joe? Up there in the air. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, I guess I could try to, I don't know, this damn wind's changing. Alright, so Bayouman Gaming Balloon Chase Crew, meet me over here by the 3 red roof buildings. We'll go ahead and try to drop this baby down here if the winds will bless me. No, you don't want to do that in real life though. Or see it. They was having nationals down here when I was little, here in Louisiana. They had a balloon. I saw it. Because I was crewing at like 8, 7, 9, 10, all them years old. Alright, so remember what I said, make sure you bend your knees 30 to 40 degrees. You know, hold on to the armrest or the handles. Keep all feet, hands, knees, and toes inside. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes inside. Do not get out the basket until I tell you to do so, please, for our safety. And thanks for flying with Bayouman Gaming Hot Air Balloon Enterprises. Tell your friends we were awesome and give us a 5-star rating. Luckily, the winds have gracefully died down, so we're just kind of slowly just getting to our little destination. We're going to drop her down right here, just probably on the other side of this road. Got my boy Joe over there. He's flying over them houses. He might drop somewhere around that area. Right. Now, if we were going a little faster, I'd probably top the trees just to kind of slow us down a little bit. But always prepare. As a pilot, everyone, always prepare for unexpected gusts, unexpected gusts and updrafts, downdrafts. My first ever hot air balloon experience at 11 years old in my first ever flight. We were landing, all of a sudden updraft came, took us through the trees, over the power lines, and into a house. And I still do this shit. I was built for this. Alright, here we go. So make sure, like I said, remember everything I told you about. And we're going to go ahead and get this baby down. We're going to watch to find our shadow. We're going to pay attention to our shadow. That's going to be a really good guide for you. Also pay attention to vertical speed. Don't overburn. I kind of did. I kind of overburned a little bit, but it's alright. Go a little burst. Yep, and come on down. Beautifully. Beautifully done. Very nice. Smooth like butter, baby. Yep, bring it down right here. Boom. We got Joe over there. I'm gonna try to run over there and go catch him. Oh, we definitely help each other. Drop it right there, Joe. I'm trying. White men can't run fast. That's funny how you took off before me and I landed ahead of you in the movie. Oh, him and trees and power lines are like his best friend. Where we going, Joe? Going back here? Come on, buddy. You got this weird ass turn. There you go. And also, never ever get in front of the basket. Get beside or behind it. I need to run it. I am running. It's not very fast. I pressed the right trigger. Alright. Look at that. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. Yep. Gotta get it down now, though, because that house coming quick. Alright. Alright, don't step in front of it. Alright, good job, Joe. We're going to try to get it down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Alright, now we get in front of it. I'm trying. Yeah. Hey, man. Look how that was so amazing. Alright, let me go pull it down. Hold on. Let me get the crown line. Hold on. I gotta get out here first, dog. Alright, pulling down. Yay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your, I guess it's one of the first ever live tutorial flights here in, on YouTube. But we can do this again some other day here soon, very soon. I kind of enjoyed it. Very nice. Very intriguing. Shout out to Joe Chips for helping me out and always hanging tight with me. Shout out to Doug for hanging out with us and dealing with our random craziness. But yes, this was a nice little flight, and hopefully y'all learned something about it. And you can always rewatch it. And let me know, Doug, what you sometime this weekend, man. Get you an afternoon or a morning or something. Let us know. We fly about 8 p.m. Hold on. 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which would be 9 p.m. y'all's time usually. But I'm kind of shifting the afternoon, maybe an hour earlier now. So instead of like 9 p.m. on y'all's time, it might be 8 p.m. or 8:30. I don't know. Thank y'all for hanging out, and Joe, appreciate your help, my boy. Nice bottleneck and nice splash and dash. Doug, definitely. Yeah, man, get you a couple hours. Come hang out with us, man, and come fly with us, and we'll teach you in real time. So, but y'all have a good one. Y'all have a great one. I'm about to go change the spark plug and the spark pull on this damn car. See y'all later. It's your boy Body Man Gaming. Don't forget to go hit up my boy Joe Chips on the YouTube channel. Show some love. Hit like, subscribe, notification bell. Don't forget to do the same for me. See y'all tomorrow.